What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Many players are high value men. Yeah, many players, and this is kind of a follow-up to what I was talking about yesterday. And first, let me get a shout out to Kevin Samuels. May he rest in peace, because he's the one who was first really using that term, high value man. And the reason why I'm saying this, and was even inspired to do the video, because invariably, whenever I talk about thugs or even throw the name Pookie and Ray Ray, there's invariably some guys that get in there, the comments, and be talking about that. Like, yo, you gotta be a thug to get these women. You gotta be Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what that tells me? That they're not high value men. That they're not up there. Because anybody who has been in those circles, anybody who knows any real high value men, I'm talking about men making six figures, you know, men really up there, knows, oh, there's plenty of players. There's plenty of players. Yeah, there's some women going for, you know, some thugs and stuff. There's always going to be that. But like I said continuously in a video yesterday, why worry about them? Usually they ain't shit. The women ain't shit. So why you worried about them? Shoot, Pookie and Ray Ray doing you a favor. But you get some crybabies. Yeah, I'm going to call them crybabies. Always worried about Pookie and Ray Ray or some thugs or something like that, or trying to justify it. That just tell me your ass ain't a high value man. That just tell me you ain't in high circles. You in a circle where you gonna be around some Pookies and Ray Rays, some thugs, whatever. That's all that shit tell me. That shit. Indeed, I had a lot of people, a lot of men who commented, yeah, they were in those circumstances, but they got out of it. See, they see it because they know it's some fucked up shit. But you got a bunch of crybabies out there. Yeah, I'm going to say the word crybabies. I'm going to say the word crybabies. Talking about, oh, Pookie and Ray Ray getting the women, and old thugs are getting the women and shit. Man, that just tell me you non-select. That's all that shit tell me. Because anybody who's been around some high-value men, especially as Kevin Samuels had put it, had described them, no, many of them are on some serious player shit. And not only are they on some player shit, they getting better women. They getting better women. Because it's funny how dudes throw around the word hypergamy, not really knowing what it means. It means going up in class. Now remember, people are talking about looks, money, and status and all that shit. I ain't never once say that shit was wrong. I just said you can beat it with some raw sex appeal. That's all I've ever said. I said it still works. So if you got some men up there who are educated, who got money, who live in a better lifestyle, they going to get a bunch of women. Because women going to be going for them. Shoot. Now, some of them might just say, hey, you know, I just want to settle with that one woman. And shit, a whole lot of them, they'll have that one main woman plus a side piece. But if you're going to really talk about some players, some men really getting the women, some men getting the badass women, boom. It's going to be them. And let me shout out Master Teacher BGS, because he talked about the octane model. When you talk about those women who are 92s or especially 100 octanes, you know, fine as shit, who you think they fucking with? They ain't fucking with no, like, thug or something like that. They ain't fucking with no lower class man. Shit. They fucking with men who got real money. Real money. And I ain't talking about just entertainers or athletes or something like that. I'm talking about dudes who are doctors, who are attorneys, who are CEOs of companies. They're operating on another level. And if those dudes ain't married, rest assured they got a roster. They got a roster. See, one thing I think a lot of dudes, they just see me in these car videos and they think that's one way. But what did I say yesterday? What did I say yesterday? Yeah, I was been around some thugs and stuff, but shoot, they told me to go. If they about to get into some shit, they told me to take my ass home. And it got to the point I just say, if I saw something, I say, well, I'll see y'all later. They be like, all right, see you later, Ron. But, you know, just being in different classes, one thing coming up, I was just in different classes. Yeah, I was around some poor ass, like, grimy ass motherfuckers, but then starting high school, Archbishop Carroll High School in D.C., I started being around some other guys. And that's the same shit now. Because, you know, one thing, too, that gets on my nerves, somebody think they telling me some shit. Dude, I got a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old, man. Nah, he 22. Whatever. They young. So, I know what's going on. Hell, my co-parent, a teacher. She know what's going on. And I'm going to tell you what. I always talk about, like, a third of my female clients are women. Actually, another third, really more than half, are actually young dudes in their 20s actually out here. And they actually getting women. They don't be asking me about, you know, how to get a woman. Most of them don't. Most of them is like how to manage the women they got. And motherfuckers in their 20s, young guys. Young 20s and shit. Be saying, damn, yeah, Uncle Rom, I got all these women and shit. So I know what the fuck's happening out here. And these motherfuckers don't be on no thug shit. These motherfuckers be on some straight player shit. Seriously. Like I said, I'll say half of my male clients, more than half of my male clients, they be asking me how to, like, manage the women they got. Shit. See, well, here's a problem with a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes, they really ain't up there. They ain't up at that high level. They ain't living in, like, different, like, in the higher neighborhoods. They ain't dealing with the higher classes. They ain't dealing with those bougie women. They ain't dealing with, like, that high level of women and stuff. They competing with Pookie and Ray Ray for some lower class women. Working class women and shit. And if that's where they are, that's where they are. But see, they don't see the whole picture because they not up there. Because once you up there, you get to that level of high value man, you see, oh, wait a minute, it's a whole different ball game. Shit, women dealing with you on a different level. And it's not even on some trick shit either. It's more about your lifestyle, who you are, and then really how you move. Shoot, what we call them, man? Masters of the universe. Cousin T-Tar will call them masculine masters. So it was like, you see how they move and shit, you realize, yeah, you get some dudes you get some thug dudes getting some women. But I'm going to tell you something now. I remember I almost got in a fight with straight true to the game thugs because they weren't getting no pussy like that. They weren't getting no women. They don't just get like that. Because it take a lot to really get to that level. And you talking about some guys who going to get multiple women? Shit. And really better women. We talking women, they ain't hitting that wall at 30. They might hit a wall when they about, 50, 60 or something. Even then, they won't be that bad. If you're talking about the better class of women and all of that, shit. If you're talking about them, they messing with those high value men. That man better have some shit. He can't be on some grimy ass shit, some gully shit. That motherfucker, before, shoot, you get to a certain level with the women, For the women to even give you the time of day, your ass better be like, oh yeah, I graduated from this school, I'm working in this job, I'm living in this neighborhood, I drive this type of car and shit. And part of it is because the women got that shit too. And shit, when you get guys at that level, and the women, especially since the women are saying there ain't a lot of guys at that level, shoot, if they choose to, they can have a serious roster. They can tell the women they got other women. They can tell them, they can be like, yeah, I got other women. And the women know they got to put up with it. Shit. That's the real game. But, like, you know, a lot of dudes ain't really up at that level, though. That's why if you're in a position where you constantly seeing some Pookies and Ray Rays are constantly focused on that, or some thugs or some shit like that, you ain't at a high level. Like I said, if you worried about those women who even go for those guys, if you worried about those women who going for those guys, your ass, you really just, you need to just like, you need to really look at your life. And well, you need to make some serious life decisions. You need to make some motherfucking changes. You know? Seriously. Because when you're talking about those higher levels and shit, we talking about those dudes, they can fly a woman out to Dubai or some shit, or, you know, got a place out in Dubai. That's that level. They dealing, if they going to the gym, if they gonna practice body game, they ain't going to some like cheap gym around the way. Shit, they going to a $300 gym somewhere. And part of the reason they going is just to make those business contacts. And trust me, they be in there. They be in there. Because I remember one of the gyms I worked at, I saw how much, since I was doing sales, I saw how much these dudes were making. I'll never forget, had one dude, he was a financial advisor. Also could bench 400 pounds. Him and his other dude, they stayed in the locker room like for about a couple hours just talking business. And that dude, man, they had some badass women and shit. See, one thing about guys at that level, when you get to that higher level, you got just better women. You got better women overall. Yeah, you might get some average, but shoot, they gonna get they getting a real attractive women. Real attractive, real classy type of women. And they ain't fucking around. See, that's the real shit. If you worried about the women, first of all, you gotta see, you really do got serious problems if you worried about some women going for Pookie and Ray Ray. Cause I said that several times yesterday. I said that several times. I said you shouldn't be worried about those type of women anyway. And you still get some dudes still worried about it. That means you ain't shit. Yeah, I said it. You ain't shit. If you worried about that woman, shoot. You need to be concerned about the women, the high level, high value men are getting. Those are real baddies. Those are real attractive ones. Oh, damn. Deers always get messed up around there. But yeah, that's who you should be concerned about. Don't be worried about like some bum ass woman. In fact, if you get some woman and she checking for some thug or something like that, that should just tell you to keep on keeping moving. That should tell you right there. But see, let's just be real. A lot of guys, they really want that woman because they ain't in a position to get the high level woman, the high, you know, the high post women. They ain't in position to get them, so they ain't worried about it. And yeah, I gotta point that out. You gotta be at a certain level and shit. And as soon as you worried about some pookie or something, or even trying to rationalize that shit, you ain't shit. Yeah, and then I said it. You ain't shit. You need to don't worry about Rom or even anything Rom's saying. You need to ask yourself, how come you ain't at that high level? If that's who you competing for. If you competing for the women who going for Pookie and Ray Ray, you need to really ask yourself something. Now, you need to be in a position where you competing. You need to work to get to a position where you competing for like the real baddies. Those high level women who wouldn't give Pookie and Ray Ray the time of day. And I do mean that shit. Like I said, don't let the car fool you. Don't let car Ron fool you. Because remember, I be doing my sit down videos in a nice little townhouse. Y'all seen it. And and if somebody like wondering about my education, hey, put some money up. Put some money up. Put some money up. Let's get a third party. Get a third party to hold the money. Let's put some money up. Y'all see what I got. I'm just one of those dudes who can do the levels. Proud of that shit. But that's how you gotta look at it, man. That's how you gotta be. Because anybody who's up there and like dealt with those circles and stuff know how those dudes be rolling. Shit, some of those dudes be having like two places. They'll have their main house. They have some women coming there. They have a nice little fancy apartment somewhere else. They have some other women coming there. Then when you find out what they do for a living, be like doctors, attorneys, like I said, engineers, CEOs. It's a whole different world and stuff. It's a whole different world. And still know a whole bunch of them too. They be getting theirs. You be like, oh, they ain't no, like I said, they ain't on no thug shit. You be like, damn, CPA, all that. Shit. That's how you gotta roll with that shit. But yeah, you know. But you know what though, man? Some dudes, well, I'll put it like this. Some dudes just need to just get to the point where they just want to operate on another level. See, that's one thing we're gonna miss Kevin Samuels about. People, if you really listening to him, he was trying to tell you how to take it to another level. That was his thing. He was trying to tell you how to take it to another level. And if you want to get some like baddies, not the like whack women who chasing Pookie and Ray Ray and some shit. Not them. You want to get like some women who about some shit. Some high class women and shit, man. Alright? So, anyway, that wasn't a long one, because, you know, y'all gotta remember, I gotta mail something, because remember, I'm in business, man. You know what I'm saying? Rhymes in business. Yeah, I can talk that shit. I can talk that shit on the car video, but if I had to go to some higher class shit, I can do that too. Yeah, but I gotta mail some stuff. Anyway, hey man, I'll get back with y'all. Yeah, talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace and blessings.